can a man understand a woman? It's a cliche that men just don't understand women. Tonight, we will discuss 10 things every man should know about a woman. Before I proceed, I would like to thank Paul of Northern Davao Mission for the privilege and for the opportunity na makashare. Sa akong very supportive na bana, si Jojo, and duha ka mga kabataan, si Josh and Ella. Thank you for the support. Above all, thank you Lord for the guidance, wisdom, and knowledge. Ako usab gitimbaya ang Spina and Caredo families, my supervisors and office mates at Pag-ibig Fund Tagum Branch, Dr. Claire, mga higala, thank you for watching. Tonight, we will discuss 10 things every man should know about the woman. A book entitled Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, written by the American author and relationship counselor John Gray. It states that the most common relationship problems between men and women are a result of fundamental psychological differences between the sexes. Kung ang asawa ug bana seems to be from different planets, a new study suggests that it is because there are large differences in their personalities. Nag-ingon ang isa ka panultihon that a woman is the most complex creature on earth. No reasonable man would claim to understand her fully. Tonight, atong tukion kung unsa ning mga butang na dapat mahibaluan sa mga lalaki or bana about sa mga babae o ilang asawa. Point number 1. A woman appreciates recognition and affirmation. So, unsa ning recognition? Ito, kani ang pag-ila. Affirmation, pagpangmahimatuod. Before marriage, a young man persists night and day with loving words and tender deeds sa iyahang ginaligawan. Sa uyab pa, always sa ka-holding hands, mutabok og kalsada, alalayan jud og payong if magulan, bitbig sa bag, dine out on monthsary, and bouquet sa anniversary. But once he has won her as her bride, he often fails to recognize her needs to feel loved on a day-to-day basis for the rest of her life. So kung mag-asawa na, usahay, mulakaw na og una-una ang bana, mutabok ra og iyaha. Kung magulan, maniguro ra og dagan, mubit-bit na lang sa bag kung ingnan. And mga bana, atong asawa need na ilahang self-esteem ma-enhance. So daily expressions of romantic love, of affection, or care are vital to a woman's existence. It is the key to her self-worth, her satisfaction with married life, and her sexual responsiveness. Enhance the self-esteem of your wife. Okay, ang mga asawa nato is kailangan po nato i-appreciate sa tasty meals, tidy homes, marital fidelity. It all deserve praise. So sa balay, if magluto ko, mag-comment dayon na sila nga, thank you mommy for cooking. So dili lalim ang trabaho mga bana sa balay, kay walay kahumanan. So appreciation, like ang kalimpyo sa atong balay mami. O dili kay isulod lang biskag asa ang atong sapatos, no, without considering na kapoy magsigig panilhig o magsigig panarapo. Appreciation can be shown by words, gifts, or any day surprises. Next is remembering birthdays, anniversaries, and special day. So kana mga bana, importante kana sa mga asawa. May I suggest na dili nato i-criticize or inag ato ang mga asawa. In according to Proverbs chapter 16 verse 24, pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul, and health to the bones. According to Nancy Van Pelt, a certified family life educator and family and consumer science professional, she says, women also have a natural need for appreciation, which too few men realize. A man takes professional pride in his occupation and is rewarded periodically with raises, promotions, and bonuses. A woman's work centers around household chores, well-scrubbed children, and her husband. But unlike a man, she cannot look forward to promotions, raises, paychecks or bonuses at home. So mga bana, ang mga maayong pulong or kind words and appreciations nagikan sa inyo na iyong ikahatag sa inyong asawa. A warm hug, makapahumpay sa kakapoy sa inyong asawa. If ang asawa is lack of appreciation or even a pat on the back, she became tired always, or pirme sa puton and become frustrated. So husbands, compliment your wife on how she looks, her new haircut, or how he dressed. Lalo na if magkaedad na ang babae or passes 40. She needs reassurance from her husband that she is still attractive, interesting, and sexy. According to Jackson Brown, don't forget, a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. Point number 2. A woman welcomes help with household chores. Home is an extension of wife's personality, and she needs to know he cares about her world and her. Naay mga times na ang mga asawa na isugo sa ilang bana. Kung ang bana maglangan-langan, maybe because para sa bana not that important, pero sa asawa it represents personal rejection. Usahay ang asawa expects her husband to do what she wants to be done without being asked. Kay para sa asawa, ang initiative sa bana is an evidence of concern sa iyang panimalay and nagpakita sa asawa og mas dakong gugma sa iyaha. Like for example, ang pagtabang ni husband og labas sa mga bulingon na sanina, ang pag-repair sa nag-leak na faucet, ang pag-change sa napunder na bulb, ug maski sa pagluto if busy ang asawa. So kana mga bana, importante kaayo na nga inyong i-help o inyong tabangan ang inyong mga asawa. A helping husband's arms are raised not only to hug his wife, but also to help her. Now mga bana, housewives get bored. She welcome a change. Working women need help at home. And two-income couples should share household duties. Husband and wife who work outside should also work inside. So naalang ko additional emphasis mga lalaki o mga bana. Although ang asawa need nila ang help or participation o interest sa iyang bana sa panimalay, a husband must remember that it is her domain. Ibig sabihin, please allow your wife to have the final say kung unsaon pag-arrange ang mga furniture sa inyong panimalay. Kung plantita ang imong asawa, suportahin na lang. Then kung gusto niya magbutang og ornamental plant sa sulod sa inyong balay, appreciate it. Ayaw lang po dayon ingna inyong asawa na ang inyong balay mura na og lasang. If you have other ideas, you better suggest rather than criticize. According to Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, it says, "Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ." Now point number 3. She expresses feelings and needs a listening ear. According to Tara Chaplin, a gender and emotional expression, a developmental contextual perspective, she says that men are aroused internally, but keep in emotion, whereas women freely express emotions. Women are naturally more emotionally expressive than men. According to Claudia Hammond, and do women talk more than men? She states that women use an average of 20,000 words a day, compared to the mere 7,000 that men utter. So mga bana, kung ang inyong asawa nagtrabaho sa balay, then she has already used 10,000 words sa sige og pamadlong sa inyong mga anak. Pag uli nimo sa imong balay, agwantahan na lang og paminaw ang nabilin pa na 10,000 words. In managing conflict and relationship, it's important to remain respectful of the other person, even if you don't like their actions. And according to James 1, verse 19, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Remember, slow to speak and slow to wrath. Nagging and destructive criticism kill love. Dili lang ang mga asawa actually ang yaw-yawan. There are many breeds of men on intelligent levels who are articulate in the art of nagging. Usually, ang ginakomplain sa mga bana sa ilang asawa are their compulsive lateness, ang pagkadugayon sa mga asawa. Kanang maglakaw na mo, then manawag mo na mo sa iyong asawa, then muingon mo na hapit na di. Umingon yung asawa na coming na dadi. Kanang hapit na o coming na, wala pa na. Obserbahira gud ninyo mga bana ug nagunsa ang inyong mga asawa. Aside sa pag-prepare sa mga dalunon, naapayud na sa live facial and body routine na ati manunon. Mang-lotion pa, magbutang pa og sunscreen and foundation sa nawong, and mag-ayos sa kilay. Kamong mga bana, naamo ana na routine? Wala. Of course, you want your spouse to look good or attractive and dili magkagidlay. So please, understand your wife. Point number 4. A woman easily changes moods and feelings. Unsa ang causes ani? First is the body chemistry. Her bloodstream has 20% fewer oxygen-carrying red blood cells than that of the man. According to womenshealth.gov, premenstrual syndrome or PMS is a combination of symptoms that too many women get about a week or two before their period. So most women, over 90%, say they get some premenstrual symptoms such as bloating, headaches, and moodiness. So ang uban ani ginadysmenorrhea. And second is the monthly cycle of the reproductive system causes changes that create tension, influencing emotions and behavior. So men, please understand women. Be more patient if naay mga emotional signs such as they are tensed, anxious, depressed, they have mood swings, or they can sleep, feel overwhelmed or out of control, or have angry outbursts. Point number 5. The woman is weaker yet stronger. So nganong stronger man ang mga babae? It's because women have sharper hearing, brighter night vision, keener sense of smell. So mabantayan ninyo mga bana na once pagmuhilak gani gamay ang inyong anak, inyong asawa ang pinakauna nga makadungog sa hilak. Muhilak inyong anak kung gutom mo na or need na i-change ang ilahang diaper. Keener sense of smell. Kung nagpupo na ang bata, ang mama jud ang pinakauna nga maka-smell na kinahanglan na siya i-change ang iyahang diaper. A stronger immune system and a greater resistance to heart disease during childbearing years. As with other senses, such as hearing and the olfactory system, there are marked sex differences in vision between men and women. Large review of the literature concluded that, in most cases, females had better sensitivity and discriminated and categorized others better than males. Women had stronger corpus callosum, enabling speedier recovery from stroke. And women outlives the man by 4 to 7 years. Point number 6. She has the gift of intuition, arriving at conclusions spontaneously. Unsa man ang intuition? It is a process that gives us the ability to know something directly without analytic reasoning, bridging the gap between the conscious and non-conscious parts of our mind, and also between instinct and reason. The study shows that intuition does, indeed exist and that researchers can measure it, said Joel Pearson, an associate professor of psychology at the University of New South Wales in Australia. The cognitive differences between men and women is the woman's hippocampus, critical to learning and memorization, is larger than a man's and works differently. Women retain stronger, more vivid memories of emotional events than men do. So muna mga bana na usually, kung masuko inyong asawa, mura siyang historian, no? So mabalik yun itong mga niagi, no? Sige, kana siya, isnagyo na siya vivid memories, no? Of emotional events. So inyuhag yun ang sabton, mga bana. No technologies have generated a growing pile of evidence that there are inherent differences in how men's and women's brains are wired and how they work. So, mo niyang difference sa male and female brain. Ang male brain, ang iyang connection is run between the front and back parts of the same brain hemispheres, which could account for the better spatial and motor skills. And while ang female brain, many more neural connections go from side to side across the left and right hemispheres. Scientists says this could account for women's better verbal skills and intuitive abilities. So women use both sides of their brain more symmetrically than men. The larger corpus callosum in women explains women's intuition and the ability to multitask and tune in to emotions. So ang mga lalaki, they are focused, narrow, deep view. They were able to separate information, stimulus, emotions, relationships into separate compartments in their brain. They see individual issues with parts of their brain. They are analytical and goal-oriented. While ang mga babae, ang ilang thinking is broad or contextual view. It's like a web. They tend to link everything together. Look at the holistic or multiple issues with their whole brain or both hemispheres. They are intuitive and process-oriented. So mga bana, we have to recognize the existence of the gift of intuition sa mga babae. So a wise man will listen to his wife. So according to Mark chapter 4 verse 23, if anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. Point number 7. A woman is stimulated by what she feels. A woman has a special need to feel respected as a person. And unless she feels her husband's constant approval of her as an individual, she will unable to enjoy making love. A woman withdraws instinctively from sexual encounters devoid of love and adoration. So husband, kung gusto makipag-appointment sa inyong wife, ayaw awaya. Make her feel love, be considerate, aron i-grant ang inyong request. According to Song of Solomon chapter 8 verse 3, his left hand is under my head, and the right hand embraces me. Point number 8. She enjoys varied expressions of love. There are 3 expressions of love. The casual expression like holding hands. The intimate is like hugging and kissing. The ultimate, or it is the sexual expression. So mga bana, have fun with your spouses. Pray together. Play together. Come up with a surprise. Share funny stories or find a way to have fun with your wife. According to Charlie Shedd, laughter is a wonderful tranquilizer for problems. When a couple learns how to laugh and make merry over mistakes, a wonderful transformation takes place in the home. So smile, laugh, take time to play and laugh. Make your married life a happy and enjoyable as possible. Because love doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be true. Point number 9. She needs new eggs in her empty nest. Unsay but pasabot sa empty nest? When the children are grown and gone, she needs new eggs, new goals to work on. A wise husband is sensitive to her changing needs and facilitates her progress. So, mo ni siya na tay, mga kaigsunan or mga bana na ang atong mga anak is mohawa na sa tong panimalay, mag-asawa na, and naana po sa tagsa-tagsa na mga pamilya. So, the tendency is, ang mama moog yun ang mingawon sa mga anak. Napansin ninyo, the time nga gikasal ang kaming mga asawa, ako mismo personally, the time magikasal ko, nihilak jud akong mama. Simply because, mingawon yun sila once pag masiparate na ilang mga anak sa ilang panimalay. There are various stages of life, women adjust their points of focus. Kung newly-wedded pa sila, bagong kasal, ang focus sa babae is ang iyang spouse, iyang bana. So, iyang need is intimacy. The time nga naana sila yung mga anak, ang iyang focus is na-shift na from the spouse to the children. So, ang mga bata na po ang iyang focus. So, unsa man iyang felt need, ang iyang family. Now, the time nga nag-asawa na ang mga anak, wala na diya sa ilang panimalay, muna na ang empty nest era. So, unsa na po iyang focus? Ang iyang self. So, sa iyang need, it's the self-actualization. So, according to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 9, in everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Point number 10, the last point. She delights to hear "I love you" with action, not merely words. Because men, let me remind you that for women, if you love them, your love must be coupled with action. So what are the smart ways to say "I love you" with action? Dili lang kay mingon lang kag "I love you" sa imong spouse or sa isa ka babae. So, I love you para sa mga babae means praying and worshiping together. So, isa ka pamilya, women or spouses or wives really appreciate kung ang ilahang bana mo join yun sa ilahang worship. Umusabay yun og simba. No, so, ang mga asawa, they need the support of their husband sa pagdisiplina sa ilang mga anak, lalo na sa spiritual na aspeto. Second, set reminders on your phone to identify meaningful specific dates. So let technology be your friend. Dili kay mag-scroll ka for games, but you have to save dates, no? Na specifically, it could be spouses na birthday or anniversary ninyo. So those are special dates para sa imuhang asawa. So, save the date. Third is, really listen without giving advice. Give her your full focus. Step away from the smartphone. So, napansin na to karong mga kapanahunan na ang mag-asawa, murag strangers. Kanya-kanya silang pindot sa ilang smartphones. But this time, if you really wanted your relationship to grow, have time to communicate. Have time to listen to your spouse. And ayaw sige og tan-aw sa imong cellphone if naamo sa pag-communicate sa usag-usa. Fourth, learn to apologize. If you commit mistakes, learn to apologize. Fifth, help out around the house. So like what I have mentioned a while ago, a woman really appreciates your help in doing the household chores. Sixth, care about her family. So take time to be caring also sa mga in-laws, sa mga igsuon sa imuhang asawa. So kana ma-appreciate na sa imuhang asawa if imuha pong i-love ang iyahang mga family members. 7, ask her what makes her feel loved. So imong pangutanon imuhang asawa kung unsa ba ang mga butang na iyang dapat pagabuhaton or ang butang na imong dapat buhaton para sa iyaha para ma-feel niya that she is respected and that she is loved. Nay panultihon na happy wife, happy life. Is this true? For me, it's true. Why? The reason happy wife, happy life is true is because a happy wife is more willing to aim to please. If a wife is happy in her marriage, she will try hard to create a positive experience for her husband. Okay? So that is based on Deborah's card, no? Ingon siya nga kung happy ang asawa, maningkamot yun siya para sa iyahang pamilya. And it will have a positive effects both sa spouses o sa mga kabataan. And 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, husbands, in the same way be considerate as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect as the weaker partner and as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. Okay, it's biblical that you need to be considerate with your spouses. In conclusion, both husband and wife must always look to God first and put the needs of their spouse ahead of their own. Husbands and wives can become intimate allies. Men can choose to learn what it means to draw out the uniqueness of women, to draw her to live out God's glory. We have choices. We can fight to have a great marriage. Respect your wife. Learn from her. Be committed and love her, and she will bring out the best of your marriage. God bless everyone.